small-minded. All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause go.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. You know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, oh, that's got to feel great for them.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Murray now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Vikings nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. But the Vikings sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Joseph's got it, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Murray going to throw. And this one too low.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across. Line.
To Zach Ertz. A gain of 13 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a turn and a give to Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Vikings 3.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Cook up the gut. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Excellent work by Marcus Golden, shooting into the backfield for the stop.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Left side, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Cousins. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Greg Joseph for the Vikings field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Powering forward, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Cousins now. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. Final play of the half. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Throwing, Cousins.
And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he's got some space here.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Cousins.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
To throw is Murray. And he'll just get rid of it.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Shotgun now for Murray. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and now that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Listen to me.
Back to throw again.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Cousins will try and throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back to Mixon on first down. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Murray to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Cousins. He's got Rager. He's up to the 20, and he's out right at the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We are inside of 1 minute, only one timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. Able to find Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
They'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game below their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. That was an excellent come from behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom, and handle my business when it was my problem. G, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You no nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but